Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Creeper World 3 The Ark Eternal. Now for those of you who have never heard of Creeper World, it is an amazingly interesting series of games. The basic idea is that it's a defense game, sort of a real-time strategy defense game, where the enemy is like this amorphous grey goo blob that's trying to flood your base. It's basically like trying to fight back water, and the games are incredible. The arc of the moral universe is long, but bends towards justice. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., 20th century, 1st CE, Earth. Knucklecracker presents Creeper World 3 Ark Eternal. But yeah, so with that little intro out of the way, if any more text comes up, I'll pause. But basically the game, I've been playing this game for years now. And by the year 13271 in the First Common Era, humans had spread to the Great Galactic Empire. All they had achieved ended when the Creeper arrived. Ooh. Thousands of worlds were destroyed by an unknown enemy, yet a small group of less than 50,000 humans survived. Their impossible journey ended in the destruction of the enemy nexus and the founding of a new, sole human colony. 30 years later, the enemy returned. Yet again, humanity held back the darkness. A peace that would endure for many millennia was created. But like all things crafted by human hands, it was not to last. Again and again the Creeper would return. Aeons would pass between each culling. Empires would rise and fall, each more brilliant than the last. But no matter how great humanity became, it would always succumb. Through it all, one man slept. His journey on the first great exodus was not to be his last. Guarded and watched over for billions of years, his time to awaken has come. Now, when the last of the great human empires has slipped away into the night, the sleeper awakens. Awaken. Awesome. I just love the theme of the game. They did a great job so far that I can say. The game is, well, I guess I should really just stop talking about it and kind of show you the gameplay. But basically, it's like a defense game with a real-time strategy element, and I've been playing it for a long time, and it's near and dear to my heart, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So, this is Leah. Scars. Wake up, Scars! Commander Skarsgård Abroxis. Huh? What? Wait a minute. Who are you? I'll keep the ship's lights very low. You've slept for a very long time. My name is Leah. I don't know any Leah. The last thing I remember is Palladius laughing and saying, Fortune favit fatuus. Where am I? Where is Palladius? And who are you? Slowly, Palladius created me. Shortly after he placed you in suspended animation, I was your guardian for the aeons that passed. I have watched over and protected you for many cycles. I am part of the ship that we are on. We have been in orbit around a stable singularity for many aeons, hiding from all that transpired. Just how many aeons? It's difficult to measure because of the expansion of space, the rift space cataclysm, variations in various cosmological constants. Quit stalling, just a round figure. Over 5 billion Earth standard years. My God, why? Answer me, why? I'm sorry, Scars. All I know is that now is when I was to awaken you. I and this ship are now at your disposal. My only instructions from this point forward are to follow your commands. None of this makes any sense, or even seems possible. But I long ago abandoned the concept of impossible. So let's take a look. Ship sensors indicate that we're no longer orbiting a singularity. Correct. I warped the ship to a nearby star system to begin the reactivation process. Unfortunately, there seems to be a warp inhibitor in this system, so we're stuck here till you do something about it. Warp inhibitor? Move the ship to Tempest, the world without a shield, then launch ground activities. I'll explain more once there. So that's the introductory story. So we want to move to Tempest. Interestingly, if I hover over this, everything pauses except this. You can zoom in and out. It's all that regular, all good stuff. They seem to always like to try a different way of doing the sort of campaign menu. I think in the first game it was just like literally a list of levels. In the second game you kind of jump from planet to planet, and then in this game they went like a step further and made this kind of thing. So we just did, that's a cute little loop thing they make you do, and then you can go back. Warping currently locked. I can go between the planets, cool. So let's get started on this planet. So this is the map of the planet. So as far as I can tell, my base will probably be up here, and then the flood comes from down here. I could be wrong. I'd have to check. Excellent. This world should suffice for demonstrating the core capabilities of the ship. Next. There's a creeper emitter here. Yes, I'm afraid so. Much has happened while you slept. Dozens of human civilizations rose and fell, each trying ever more desperate measures as the creeper would always return. In the last whispers of the final civilization haven't been heard in many thousands of years. As far as my sensors can ascertain, only ruins remain. Why was I forced to sleep through all of this, only to awaken to utter desolation? Strange. This world seems to contain some manner of pod. Technological remnants are rare, so I would investigate. Follow the ship's automated assistance system and acquire that pod. Select the command node from the menu below and land it in the grey area in the upper left corner of the map. Note, you may move the map with the right mouse button. You may zoom the mouse button with the zoom, so I can zoom in and out. I think I have, my monitor is kind of big enough. So this is the command. I'm going to place it up out there. Now build collectors and connect them to the command node. So build 10 collectors. So the collectors kind of overlap, but they also kind of don't. I'll drop one here. And you wanna have them so they. Oh, that's I'll do this. A little bit unfortunate, but I'll make it work. So you want them to just still connect. And what I'm basically doing is, you see this sort of area around the collectors? This is the land that I'm claiming, basically. I'll drop one here too. And you can see like it's making like little cables between the collectors. And that's the little packets of energy that I'm generating. That's how they travel around my base. Okay, weapons are required for destroying the creeper. Be careful not to overbuild and exceed your energy production. Build 3 pulse cannons now. And the really, really cool thing that I like about this game is your turrets can be moved. You can fly them around. It's crazy good. I'm going to build a couple extra collectors here, just nice and slowly. Grab some more of this territory. So basically I'm trying to fill this territory in with my own sort of power creep. I'm kind of overbuilding right now, but that'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, we got our pulse cannon. I'll build an extra one here. Drop one there. And so we kind of act like a different kind of creeper, the way our base is constructed. We're not a creeper, but we have sort of this sort of spread mechanic. Okay, so impressive. Now spread your network and defeat the blue creeper emitter. That's this thing over here. You will need to build a nullifier near the emitter to destroy it. Also, don't forget to connect your network to the pod behind the emitter. So we're pretty much going to run over here. Do I have there should be like long range connectors. No, I only have the very basics here in this mission. But basically, I'm going to just like run my network over here. Then I should be able to cancel this and then click on and move these turrets over to here, for example. So I'm going to get these turrets moving. That's the kind of real-time strategy aspect of the game. I'm going to want to connect these turrets up to the network so that when the turrets fire, you see how they have the little red health bar? I think that's their ammo count. And if they are not connected to the network, they won't be able to shoot. I don't think you can move collectors though. No, I think collectors, certain buildings are static and mostly the military buildings can be moved. And while it's here, it'll shoot, and then you'll see these little red packets. That's ammunition for these guys. And later on, there's like different different types of turrets, and they can be fed more directly using special energy nodes and stuff like that. It gets pretty cool. So we want to kill this off so that we can connect this guy up. So this guy has nothing left to shoot. So I'm going to move the network forward for him. So I need to do this. I can also start to move into the valley area. You can land turrets in Creeper, which is also a really cool mechanic. They will take some damage, but they should be, if it's not too deep, they should be able to fight it back like this turret's going to do. You can see that we're now pushing the Creeper back. So I'm basically like fighting a liquid. So I think we're going to want another cannon. See if we can pull that off. Make sure we get our network nice and connected. I want to get connected up to this guy, so I'm going to move a turret over here. And I have another turret down this way, who I'm going to move up to here. I shall connect it like so. I would like there to be a more direct route to my turrets, actually. So if I build this here, it'll mean that the pathways that the little packets are traveling along will go in a more direct route to the turrets. So they'll get there a little bit quicker. At least, I think they calculate their path when they're created, so they should, yeah, now you can see they switched. They should get there a little bit quicker. Okay, so we've pushed that back. I need to connect up to this guy, so I'm going to drop that right there. Okay, I need to get a cannon in here. I need to get a cannon up here. I need to push that back so that I can drop a thing here without the risk of it falling. So if I drop it right there, it should be just fine to connect up to this technology packet thing, which is a sky shield. There it is, takes 5 energy packets. We just launched it off there. We collected the Carcera sky shield, and now we need to get the nullifier onto the creeper thing. So it doesn't have to be right on top of it, but right here it should be close enough. And once the nullifier is in position, oh, you can also relocate your base, which is awesome. If you want to shorten your supply line, so I could like move my base here, and it should still provide power as it moves. But I'm basically shortening the supply line of my base by moving it over here. So these turrets aren't as far away from my, technically as far away from my base as they are right now. So it almost has the ammo that it needs to take it out. It's getting fed right now. Spinning up, spooling up, it's almost fully spooled, and there it is. It's attacking the creeper thing. Boom. Killed it. We just got a bunch of achievements, that's cool. So we will claim victory. Looks like somebody beat that in 7 seconds. That's craziness. I don't even know how that's possible. That seems kind of ridiculous to me. But, you know, I'll put my name in. I'll go, hey, PotatoMcWhiskey. My group shall be PotatoMcWhiskey, in case any of you guys want to play and we can see our group. I'll submit my score. See if you can beat me if you get the game. We'll do another level. Okay, so that was the very first level. And so you get an idea of how the game works. So basically you have to try and push back this fluid creature thing that is the creeper. But the levels, dear God, the levels get way more complex and way more interesting. So for example, if I go here to Carcere, You can already see on this very, very simple level, paused, you can see all the channels and all this sort of thing. You can see how it could be very, very interesting, right? So what we're going to do is excellent. The pod from the planet Tempest contained a key for this planet. Obtaining it allowed us to lower the shield and access this planet. Entire planets shielded? This must have been some desperate attempt to defend against the creeper. One that sadly failed. The human civilization that developed this shielding technology had high hopes. They accomplished many great and magnificent feats, but the end came for them, just like all the others. There's a large structure here. This must be the warp inhibitor. Yes, these inhibitors restrict warp travel to other systems. We will need to destroy this inhibitor so that we can leave the system. Destroying the inhibitor will destroy all other enemies on the map. Why would the Creeper or the Loki build warp inhibitors? They did not. I recommend acting quickly and getting us out of here, Scars. No world is ever safe for long. Okay, so we're going to drop our command beacon like right there. This is a relay. Build a collector near the tech artifact to claim it. So I'm going to build a relay right here. I'm going to want to connect up this network. Expand your network and build weapons to engage the creeper. Your target is a warp inhibitor in the lower right. Build a nullifier near it to take it out. Alright, so let's just get a little bit more connected up here. Relays create long distance relays, but only to other relays. Relays also double packet speed. So that's a really interesting thing about relays. So for example, I can put a relay here. And then I can put a relay here. And then I can put a relay here. And then I can put a cannon here. I can put another relay here. Drop a cannon here. We're going to want more relays and cannons to speed up this process. I'm going to dump a bunch of collectors in my back here. I'm not going to pay too much heed for it. This back stuff, you don't have to be too careful, but I am overloading my network while I'm doing this. So now I'm already pushing back the creeper. I'm going to want another relay down here to connect to another cannon. So I don't actually have to push the creeper back, I just have to kind of leapfrog over the creeper, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make another relay over here, and then I'm going to drop another cannon here. I could just build the cannons over here and then float them over, but I think this is just a perfectly reasonable way to do it. So now we can go ahead and get some relays up onto the higher level over here. We will stick down a pair of cannons and a nullifier. And then we'll just make sure we carefully expand our collector network to increase the general speed of our network. We'll throw down a couple of relays so that we have high-speed network connection over here. And so you're kind of building this weird kind of network of wires and cables and guns and stuff like that. So you can see how there's layers to the creeper. You can see these little, they might be a little bit hard to see, but you can see these lines that as the creeper flows out from an emitter, it stacks up a lot. So this is just to push back this little bit of creeper. Should pull it back. Really what we're looking here for is the emitter. I could even bring my base forward again to try and speed up the speed of the packeting, but I think using the relays pretty much accomplishes that job. There we go, we're lasering the emitter, or the warp inhibitor, and there you go, we defeated it. And that's basically the game, and it's so amazingly good. It's a wonderfully interesting game. I'm going to submit my score. Somebody beat that in 14 seconds somehow. I doubt that score. I mean, I feel like 3 minutes is a pretty good score for my first time playing. You know? Click the star to access the sector map, and leave this sector. So you can see how now we've unlocked, look at all these places, and these probably all have multiple planets. So we're going to go head over here to, I think it was Arbus. Abitus. The warp travel feels strange to me. Next. Yes, you only ever do travel through Rift Space. Rift Space was sealed many millennia ago in an attempt to stop the Creeper menace from returning. Unfortunately, it did not work. The Creeper arrived in vessels that could bend the fabric of space-time. Eventually, the few survivors of successive civilizations developed their own warp technology. But no matter how strong and advanced each civilization grew, the Creeper would always eventually return. But this ship was constructed before those events. Palladius must have known about warp travel and that this ship would need it. Yes, but things weren't that simple. For now, concentrate on gaining access to Starsync. That's where the warp inhibitor is in the system. So in order to get access to Starsync, I need to go to Far York, which means I need to go to Telos. So there's kind of a linear progression going on here. So go away, little alert here. All right, we'll do one more mission. Let's start Telos. Telos, this is a world that has been silent for over 100,000 Earth Standard years. Leah, do you have any additional information about why I was brought to this time? It seems as if the Creeper has destroyed everything we ever worked to save. I only have the star map we are following. If more information is available, it is locked away and accessible in my gel circuits. Perhaps this is my punishment. Perhaps I died many years ago. Could this be the mythological cursed realm of Helheim my ancestors believed in? Impossible! Scars. There is a reactor tech artifact on this world. Pick that up as soon as possible. We can use it to generate energy in confined regions. Next. I see there is also a shield key here. I'll destroy the 3 emitters and collect that key. Okay. So there is this. This is like a little fortress. So what is my objective here? Show degrowth. I don't know what that is. So I need to get to this shield key, and there's 3 emitters. These 2 are weaker emitters, and this is a stronger emitter. There's a tech here. This is the reactor tech. I think that allows you to store more energy. I'm trying to remember, what are the hotkeys for this game? I forget what this is. So let's have a look at what we're going to be planning to do here. Probably going to drop our command up here. And then we will unpause and we will drop a collector. Then we'll get started on setting up collectors. Reactors will produce energy like collectors but can be tightly packed. You need to build around 10 reactors for this mission, but only a couple at a time till your energy production increases. So we want to set up like a grid sort of layout to capture as much energy as possible. It doesn't have to be a perfect grid, but once at least it's roughly grid-like and you're not leaving any territory wasted, it should be fine. We just want to make sure we capture. We want to be careful in how much we're flooding our system. Now the reactor, we will build one of those. We're also going to want a weapon. I'll grab a cannon here. I'll be moving it. There's a really big flood over here, so that's something I'm going to want to be ready to fight. I need to actually get cannons over there soon. So I'm going to drop a relay right by the main. And since this is going to be the first direction that I move in, I'll make my relays in that direction. I'm going to want to move my cannons over here and start pushing back the creeper. I'll get a second and third cannon, and then I will also start work on another reactor. I'll start a few more collectors. I'm going to start another relay over here. I want my pathways to the front line to be as straight as possible, and then I'll just stick down a couple cannons to hold this back. I'm going to get another relay. This one's going to go straight down mid. And another cannon just to hold back this creeper. So I need to start pushing forward with my relays. I'm going to put a relay there. So this is me just holding back the bad guys. I need to increase my generation of energy. So I'm going to grab another reactor. I'm going to push this cannon up onto the hill. I'm also going to... Can I cancel that? I need to build a collector over here to connect this stuff up a little bit better. I'm going to push this cannon forward a little. Should be just fine, should make it and then push back. I'm going to push this cannon forward a little bit. And this cannon forward a little bit. So this guy's pushing back the creeper now. I've got a third cannon that I can start to push forward with on the right side. We'll get our relay in position. We'll also build another cannon. I think 4 cannons should be about enough. Let's move this cannon here. So I'm probably going to leave this cannon here to keep this creeper from getting too close to me. But you can see now the creeper has gained a second and even third layer over here in the higher creeper. These lower creepers are less dangerous. So I'm going to push this cannon forward. Now I think you can land in the creeper and the cannon can take a bit of damage before it dies. So we're going to push this guy forward as well. I'll push a relay over here. And I will move my gun up to here. So we just need to push forward a little bit more to get the nullifier in position. I'm going to build another cannon back here a little bit. I should probably build at least 2 more reactors. And that'll be that. Reactors take a bit of time to build, but they do the job. You can see how the flood is starting to come. I am pushing it back though, which is good. I'm going to push over here to the right with this guy. My network is a little bit over flooded, just ever so slightly over flooded. Okay, I'm going to push forward with this guy, and I'm going to leapfrog with this guy. I'm going to grab another relay over here. And then I'm going to move you down onto the low ground. I'm going to push forward again a little bit. You're going to land, you're going to take a little bit of damage, I think. Nope, you managed to get through just fine. Then I'm going to grab this guy. I'm going to move you forward a little bit. I'm going to move you forward a little bit. And then I'm going to grab the nullifier. I'm going to put it here in range of the creeper. Okay. I'll be able to repurpose a lot of these cannons over. I should be able to do a lot of work over here. So I'm going to make another reactor. Another 2 reactors should do the trick. So they generate, I don't know exactly how much they generate, but they generate a bit. I need to make it all the way over to this guy. Okay, so you should start being flooded with power now. Which is the plan. Here it goes. Here comes all the power. Spooling up the nullifier. You need to be careful about overloading your power network. If you overload it for too long, your turrets will get starved for energy. But overloading it for short periods of time is perfectly fine. Move units onto the glowing circular zone to get extra abilities. So I'm going to move a relay even closer. I'm going to drop a few collectors back here. I'm going to drop like maybe... I'm going to drop them slowly until I have a problem keeping up with my energy. So I'm going to claim a bunch of land over here. That'll give me some extra money. I'm going to move this turret into here. Oh, he gains a big bunch of range. So this guy should be able to hold this back. I'm going to drop another relay over here. Oh my god. Look at that. That's crazy good. I'm going to drop a relay over here. I'm going to move one turret up into this area. Just to keep things pushed back a little extra. And then I'll drop another relay about there. Now I've got 2 spare. I'll hold this with 3 cannons. I've got 2 spare cannons that I can move over to the left side. I can even do some land claiming with my collectors. Let us go ahead and make a more direct relay route to this direction. And we're going to move you actually up here. And you can see how the creeper has gotten higher, so it's now climbing up onto the hill. So this is all feeling pretty well defended. I need to get a relay up near this hill. I'm going to move you forward, and then I'm going to get the relay behind you, so you're going to be on that hill doing your work. I'm going to move you over here, and then I'm going to get some relays up behind you to support. I'm going to move you forward and get a relay right there. Very good. I'm going to push you forward with him. 4 cannons should be enough to push this back. I could go up to 5 cannons, and I will. I'll get a 5th. So we're pushing back on the creeper. These guys here are probably redundant, but we'll keep them around anyway. Okay, so we're pushing back the nullifier. We can push forward with the creeper with the cannons again. We'll grab some relays, like right there. Get up onto the hill. Pow, 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 pow. He's blowing back the creeper already. Let's get another relay up in front of these guys. I want to move this cannon up to here. I want to get a relay for him. I'll get a few more collectors just to make sure I'm making some extra money. Keep my income flowing really high. I'm going to push you onto the front line. I'm going to push you up front as well. Okay, we need room for a nullifier. Probably have to push this guy up over to here. Let's see if we can get a nullifier. There we go. Just there, nullifier in range. I'll even grab a relay here to try and speed up the supply line to this guy up here. And so these are the most basic weapons that you can get. You get way more advanced weapons as far as I understand, unless they've changed how Creeper World works. But we're already pushing here, and we can go ahead and we can get started on the central push. I mean, if you're good enough, you can do all these things at the same time. Honestly, you can get that good and pretty much pull it off without issue. I'll grab a few collectors here just to grab that little bit of power that we're missing out on. This kind of territory is kind of hard to justify putting collectors on. I'm going to get some more reactors actually. I'm just going to add reactors until my network starts showing signs of being overpowered. Okay, I'm going to put the cannon here. I'm going to drop you up there. I'll stick a relay behind you. And then, okay, this guy is doing his trick. So you guys can be moved over to the front line. And basically, what you want to do is you want to kind of basically leapfrog all of your turrets with each other as you push into the main center here. And so I'll make a couple extra cannons here just for the sake of pushing. I'll move you over there. I need some relays. Leapfrog you. Leapfrog. 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 Basically, we're pushing back this liquid. It's a really fun game. It's really cool. I like it. I'm gonna keep pushing here with my guys. You don't want to be too aggressive because you can be too aggressive in this game very easily. Don't be afraid to land in the creeper. Your turrets will take some damage, but it's not a big deal. Also, don't be afraid to land without a connection. The connection can be made pretty quick when you have enough turrets. You see the ammo start flowing out now. I may as well throw down a few collectors here. And I will throw down a few more reactors. 1, 2, 3, 4 reactors. 5 reactors, 6 reactors, 7 reactors, 8 reactors, 9 reactors, 10 reactors. Okay. We have lots of energy. Network is getting overloaded. That's dangerous, actually. It should be fine. Push in here. I just wanted to see how much I could overload my network a little bit. But these should be finished very soon, which will result in even more energy. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get the nullifier. Has 1 target in range. I'm then going to continue to push here. I'm going to land in the creeper. I'll get my relays in range. Then I'll drop a collector right there. Pick up the goodies. And that's it. That's the game. That's pretty much it, you know. It's an interesting game. I like it. I'll probably, maybe I'll do a full playthrough. I'll see. I might play I'll play a few games of it at least. But I got the shield key and now I'm just waiting for the nullifier to spool up. I didn't even do anything about moving my capital, which you can totally do. There we go, we killed it. And yeah, I'll call that the end of this episode. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching me play Creeper World. This is a game that I adore. I love these games so much. There's just something about them that make me... There's just something really satisfying about pushing back this like liquid horde of grey goo robots. It's a really satisfying game. I hope you guys found it entertaining, and I hope you try the game out. But I've been PotatoMcWhiskey. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this so far. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.